Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have for Scorpio? Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy at the foundation. Scorpio, this is an energy from the past. This is an energy that you've released yourself from. And I feel because of these retrogrades, this is why this energy is coming up. But there's an energy here of somebody or somebody's trying to get back into your energy. And I feel like they're going to come forward with some sort of gift, some sort of offer. I feel this could be a family member. It could be a friend. This is somebody you released from your energy because you started to realize that this person was using you as narcissistic supply. So this could have been a person that was maybe helping you out in the past. Maybe said that they were helping you to get further in life. This kind of energy. It could even be a family member who was trying to give you a leg up, but come to find out, the entire time, this was all a tactic they were using to keep you stuck, right? Narcissistic supply. This is a very one-sided energy. You see, narcissists are very generous people, but as soon as you start succeeding in life, oh, this is the message here. Okay. I see what's going on here now, Scorpio. What I was going to say, as soon as you start succeeding in life or getting closer to your goals, your manifestations, they come through and they use their generosity toward you, well, supposed generosity, as a tactic to keep you stuck by now holding something over your head. This is a karmic cycle that a lot of the Scorpio collective have moved on from. This can show up in many different ways. This can even be work dynamics. You see, it's like you actually start to move into a new timeline, a new season in your life, and in the 11th hour, they show up asking for what they gave you back, even though some of them may have said this was a gift. And this is all to stop you from moving away from them and really taking control over your life and standing in your power. Now, a lot of you have realized that you didn't need these individuals to begin with, that you could have done this all on your own from the get-go. But you trusted these individuals by proxy to lead you in the right direction in life, which is telling me this could have been authority figures in your life, parents, older siblings, just somebody you looked up to in some capacity at one point in your life. But then you started to realize that there was a pattern that was playing out every time you were getting further in life. And this individual was the common denominator. There was something about their energy that would keep you stuck in the same karmic loop that repeated over and over and over. For some of you, this was decades, years. What do we have at the sacral? Too many cards. What do we have at the sacral? Wow. The World. And this is my card of a karmic cycle, right? This is you closing out these cycles in life. You don't need anybody to help you anymore, Scorpio. You never did. This was all an illusion. Now, a lot of you are in this new season in your life where you're entering success. Financial abundance is coming towards you. Material abundance. You're seeing movement in your life for the first time, for some of you ever, in this capacity. You've completed this cycle. You've learned all the lessons of these cycles and you're moving on. The Scorpio collective is supposed to actually go through cycles like this. This wasn't an accident. Scorpio's the 8th house of transformation. Scorpios have to become masters of completing these cycles. You must see the lowest of lows. You must experience the dark before you can experience the light. There's Scorpios on all different parts of this journey. Some of you are going through this now. Some of you have graduated from this. There's always going to be new Scorpios entering the energy of waking up. And there's always going to be Scorpios that are ascending further and further into their purpose, having graduated these cycles in life. But you'll never stop learning about these cycles, Scorpio. The further you get away from them, the more clarity you actually have around how life really works. But whatever the case, the Scorpio collective must experience these cycles. It's like spiritual boot camp. It's all a part of making you the best you that exists. And the reason why the universe must put the Scorpio collective through these cycles is because the Scorpio collective are teachers. You teach others based off of your path. Other Scorpios, even other zodiac signs. Okay? But it's just an energy where you guys are now being positioned in a way to give back to the collective, however that shows up for you. Whatever it is you do in your life and your career, all of the Scorpios give back in some capacity. All Scorpios have the energy of the teacher, being able to show other individuals how to get through the darkness, and then use that darkness as a way to manifest a beautiful life for yourself. This is an energy here, Scorpio, of having completed these cycles. You're starting to understand how all this works now. You're stepping into a more optimistic time in your life. You're not feeling isolated by these individuals and these cycles. A lot of you are in this very creative, passionate energy right now. A lot of you are manifesting at a very high rate. You're seeing your dreams unfold slowly before your eyes. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius energy with this world here. What do we have? The solar plexus, please. 7 of Wands at the solar plexus, Leo energy. Scorpio, this is all about perseverance. It's an energy of taking a stand. You're also starting to realize that you're not just taking a stand for yourself, Scorpio. You have a whole army of other individuals, other Scorpios who are trying to push through this energy right behind you. Scorpios are leaders. You're the leaders of the zodiac. You lead the way because you hold this knowledge of transformation. You know how to burn yourself down and then reform off of your own ashes, Scorpio. The Scorpio collective is instilled with this ancient universal wisdom. You all have access to it, but you must put in the work. And then out of nowhere, you'll start getting all these intuitive hits, downloads just coming to you, knowledge just falling into the palm of your hands. It's always been inside of you, Scorpios. It's just your transformation unlocks this knowledge. And I speak from experience. I'm a Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising. My Mercury's in Scorpio. I have a bunch of Scorpio placements. And I've just found that the more work I put into my mission, ascending, really trying to be the best person I could possibly ever be in this lifetime, the more my gifts open up. It's very profound when it happens, Scorpio. But this is an energy here, Scorpio, of you really understanding how this works now. And as you're starting to understand this, you're seeing how there's this breakdown in your environment. Individuals that you were once close with just disappearing from your life. This is the universe now working in your favor to sort things for you, to sift through all the energies that are no longer allowed to be in your life. These people aren't allowed to have access to you anymore, Scorpio. Most of these individuals wouldn't even be able to, most of these individuals, Scorpio, are scared to even contact you because they're afraid of what you may know about them. And they're right. This is the universe pinging their intuition to leave you alone, that you're not someone to be messed with, that you're here for a very specific purpose. You're not someone who they should challenge. You're not someone that they should be battling up against. The further you move into this energy, Scorpio, the more fearful they are of what their karma may be for these cycles that they purposely kept you stuck in. A lot of these individuals, Scorpios, got to you from the get-go, from the moment of inception, your parents. They didn't even know really why they chose to do all these horrible things to you. It was just something that was programmed into them. A lot of the Scorpio collective are meant to be born between individuals like this because you're supposed to show these people who they really are. There's something about your energy, Scorpio, that is so bright and so high vibrational before you even realize it yourself, that these individuals are forced to look at themselves in the mirror now that you've transformed before their very eyes. They've seen this complete change take place, unfolding. A lot of these individuals have been driven into very deep, dark depression over what they did to the Scorpio collective. They're starting to actually realize now that they might actually have some sort of demonic entity that runs them, that their life was them actually nurturing this connection with some sort of lower demonic entity that used them as a vessel to actually hold you back. If you can hold back a Scorpio from stepping into alignment with their purpose and stepping into their power and taking control over their life and remembering who they are and aligning with their higher self, this is a massive win for the devil, Scorpio. You must know this. And I know there's a lot of Scorpios listening to this right now that haven't stepped onto this path yet. It's still early days for you. You don't feel this way about yourself. A lot of you feel so broken down that it just seems so far away or almost unrealistic that you could actually have this energy inside of you. But Scorpios, I was so low, but I kept getting these messages, the messages I'm giving to you right now. And something just told me to keep pushing, that what was there to lose? I may as well try. And I made it. I actually made it over the other side. And I was shown just how significant I actually am. You just need to keep pushing, Scorpios, okay? This is all a part of this journey. It's all a part of this boot camp, this spiritual boot camp. You're being prepared for something so great. And when you step into this energy, you'll think about this message and you'll smile because I was right. What do we have at the heart, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the heart? Oh. I knew that was going to come out. Judgment. Scorpio, that's your energy right there. Pluto energy, right at the heart. This really goes along with what I was saying, Scorpio. So, when you step into your power, Scorpios, when you take control over your life, you remember who you are, what you came here to do. This is the cue for the divine to now bring judgment through for not only you, but the individuals that kept you stuck in these cycles. Everything happens in a divine order. You remember who you are, you take control over your life, you exit yourself out of these people's lives, you move on. You have your phoenix rising from the ashes moment, and you step into your purpose. Now these individuals have to be sentenced to karma based off of what they did to you. So it's like you were used, Scorpio. It's like you're the spy that was sent down here to actually trigger this judgment in these individuals' lives. So for a lot of you, this was family. This generational karma had to stop with you. It can't persist down the family line any further. It stops with you. You are the breaker of chains, Scorpio. You've snapped that branch off the family tree, and you've planted your own tree. You're starting anew. This is the energy of the Scorpio collective, and it's happening right now in this generation and this lifetime. The Scorpio collective that's coming up right now, that's listening to this, we're all the chain breakers. We're transforming the planet piece by piece. And let me just give you an example of how this works, Scorpios. A couple of years ago, like I said, I was so low, I just didn't see how it was possible to even get out of it. But now here I am, sitting in success and abundance, and I'm speaking to thousands upon thousands of Scorpios. Some of these Scorpio readings I do get 20,000 views. Okay? So that's a lot of people out there that are listening to these messages now, being able to start these transformations in their own life. I am just one single example. Now imagine if all of you can do what it is you're supposed to do in your own lives and create some sort of a collective push. This is a transformation that can be seen on a worldwide level, okay? Only in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would be able to do what I'm doing here right now. Yes, it was coming to me intuitively. Yes, the divine was speaking to me very clearly through my dreams and my intuition and my everyday waking life. Yes, I did feel like in some capacity that I was kind of going crazy because I was hearing these voices that were so clear to me. And I just decided to listen, and it got me here. The divine downloaded these blueprints to me. I just started writing all this stuff, a plan on how I was going to get here right now. I took the fool's journey, which is the energy of stepping out on faith, trusting in the divine, trusting in my own potential. I knew I had the power for greatness. Everybody thought I was completely nuts, but now here I am. The energy of the Scorpio is meant to transform other people's ideas of how an individual can transform their entire life from absolutely nothing. You're the keeper of this power, Scorpio. You're the keeper of this knowledge. You all have the potential to do it. But there's a certain set of steps that must be used, Scorpio. You must get drugs, alcohol, sex addictions out of your life. The Scorpio collective is expected to transform from the ground up. Anything that holds you back, even in the slightest, must be let go of. And again, I speak from experience. I let all those things go. I haven't drank alcohol in 4 years. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke pot. I've been celibate for 4 years as well. And it got me here, though. What's more important to you, Scorpio? Partying or stepping into your purpose and leaving a legacy behind? That's not for all the zodiac signs. That's just for Scorpios, I believe. You're meant to set an example, Scorpio. Scorpios are like the superhero of the zodiac. You're able to save people, heal people with your words. Words that you've constructed off of your own journey, Scorpio. So really all it is you conquering your own life, conquering yourself, conquering your shadow side, and then telling your story. And then people are just healing based off of hearing your story, Scorpio. What do we have at the throat position, please? Wow. Death in reverse at the throat, Scorpio. That is also your energy. It's interesting that it came out in reverse. So upright, the death card is the phoenix rising from the ashes, Scorpio. That's what this card means. It's an energy of rebirth. It's an energy of transformation. It's an energy of changes. Everything I just spoke about is the definition of the death card. However, when it's in reverse like this, Scorpio, this is an energy of stagnation. It's an energy of feeling stuck. It's also an energy of resisting change. Like you don't have any hope left, Scorpio. Unable to move on or recover from this. I know this energy all too well, Scorpio. Some of these cycles that I was in lasted several decades. I didn't know what was going on in my life. All that I knew was there was a pattern that kept repeating, but with different individuals, different geographical locations. I would move somewhere else, I'd be dating someone else, and the exact same thing would happen. Several years later, I just couldn't put my finger on what was taking place. Seeing the patterns is really what woke me up spiritually. I started to just go inward. I started to try and make sense of what was happening. I just started seeing these patterns. And then I just started to see that there was karmic cycles playing out in my life. Things I saw in my childhood, but now they were coming to the surface in my adult life, and I was actually replaying these cycles. So it's like, Scorpios, you guys see a lot in your childhood, things that create these karmic imprints. Before you're old enough to even understand what it is you're witnessing, it creates an imprint in your subconscious mind. Deep trauma, simply put, Scorpio. And as you get older, these patterns start to come up from the subconscious to the conscious, and you start playing out these cycles. It's like you're repeating cycles that you saw your parents or people around you play out when you were too young to understand. I feel that there's a large part of the Scorpio collective that is dealing with this right now. You're seeing the patterns, but you just can't put your finger on it. You're seeing things repeat over and over and over. You think that there's something wrong with you. Scorpio, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? This is just the universe trying to wake you up, trying to transform you, trying to get you to deal with that shadow work, trying to get you to see that you're carrying an energy that does not belong to you. It was something that was imprinted onto you. A lot of you are still stuck going around and around, not understanding how to get yourself out of this. You need to work on your health. You need to remove yourself from environments with toxic individuals. You need to start going inward and connecting with your spirit guides. And for the Scorpio collective that are already on the other side of this, I know you know what I'm talking about, because you've all been through it. Every Scorpio that has awoken and stepped into their power knows that we're faced with these horrible patterns in our life. But once you conquer this, Scorpio, you will step into a power that you couldn't even have possibly ever imagine being the keeper of. I promise you this. You just need to take a step back, see that there's something much bigger at play here, and get yourself out of these cycles. Go inward and do that shadow work. Transmute this negative energy that does not belong to you, and break yourself out of these cycles, Scorpio. What do we have at the third eye, please? Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Mastery. Mastering yourself, Scorpio. So the first 5 cards in my reading are the narrative. The third eye position is where the divine's trying to get you. Mastering yourself, Scorpio. And like I said, I'm picking up on, it's like this reading here is for freshman class and the graduated class, right? This is going to be for everybody, because this is an energy now where you can look back and you can see the pattern that played out in your life. My Scorpio collective is getting a lot bigger. So these messages are wanting to be for a large collective of you. So I'm trying to channel these messages in a way where we can all learn from them. They're meant to give us perspective, meant to give us a different vantage point on what we've been through. But either way, this is an energy of mastery, Scorpio. This is an energy of confidence. This is an energy of the divine lifting you up because you've mastered yourself. You know, what just came to mind was when I was doing a lot of my shadow work, I reached out to some people in my past that I feel I didn't treat correctly. Regardless whether those individuals had done anything to me or what went down, I just felt the need to reach out to a few individuals and let them know that I recognized where I may have been at fault. And you don't do this, Scorpio, because you're looking for an apology back from that person. You're doing this for your own soul's growth. Doing this is incredibly powerful, Scorpio, because let's face it, no one does that, okay? No one does that. So when you actually do this, you are highly favored. This is a very powerful energy to encompass. It's an energy of just facing off with your shadow side. It's an energy of peace. Now, you don't need to do this to every single person in your life, Scorpio, but the divine is going to let you know who, because it will be an energy where you just can't get these individuals out of your mind. You'll be dwelling on things, this sort of energy. And if you are feeling that, or you are getting intuitive hits around these individuals or these situations, then just ask the divine to show you how to handle those situations so you can move forward. Face off with anything you feel is holding you back, okay? You don't have time to allow situations of the past with individuals that are no longer in your life to be holding you back. Just deal with it and move on. Be the bigger person. Allow the divine to empower you the way they want to empower you by encompassing this sort of healing energy, right? Scorpios are natural healers, but you must heal yourself first. What do we have at the crown? Goes along perfectly with what I'm picking up here, Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the crown. Okay, so now having done this, Scorpio, this is when the manifestations start coming to pass. This is an energy of financial prosperity. You now being blessed by the divine because you're encompassing this energy of self-mastery, having transformed yourself, rebuilt yourself on the ashes of the old. Now the divine has to give you some sort of material abundance in your life so you can continue forward, working inside of your purpose. The divine wants to give this to you, but you must go through this, let's just say, spiritual boot camp first. And again, Scorpio, I know this energy because I've done it. This is what comes through for you. Once you step into your purpose and it comes with ease, I promise you, Scorpio, it just starts showing up in all areas of your life. It's miracle energy. It's what dreams are made of, Scorpio. All the visions I had when I was going through my dark night of the soul came to pass because I followed every step precisely. This is the same for all of you. And for the Scorpio collective who have gone through this, then you can confirm that this does happen. But you must master yourself without excuse, Scorpio. What do we have at the foundation, please, from the Occult Tarot? Let's see what demons are trying to keep my Scorpio's root chakra blocked. 7 of Pentacles, Nabarius. This is an energy of giving up, Scorpio. It's an energy of impatience. This is an energy of lacking any sort of long-term visions for yourself and your life. It's just an overall energy of misfortune. I know this energy, Scorpio. I lived that energy. That energy is a demon, right? Right at your foundation, right at your stability. So a lot of you are just putting the work in, and then you don't see something coming when you want to see it come to you, so you give up. I know what that's like. But for me, what I realized was the key to all that was really just programming my mind to turning myself into the best version of myself I could possibly be, and taking my mind off of the fact that I was doing it because I was expecting something back from the universe. Do this work, Scorpio, but don't expect anything in return. I don't want to speak too much on that, but I think you understand what I mean. It's a way to program your mind. And then before you know it, Ace of Pentacles. Okay? What do we have? The sacral, please. Six of Swords, Aquarius energy at the sacral. Seer. Again, Scorpio, this is an energy of stagnancy. This is also an energy here of you carrying other people's baggage, which the Scorpio collective are professionals at doing. Carrying other people's baggage. Trying to fix other people before you've fixed yourself or healed yourself. See, that's an illusion as well. I remember that energy before I did all my shadow work. I was trying to heal other people. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. It was a half-truth, but not until I've healed myself. Then heal others based off of your journey. So I had people that kept coming into my life that needed healing, and I couldn't heal them. There was this repeating pattern over and over and over. I kept having people come into my life that were reflections of what was unhealed within me, till I finally saw it, and I healed myself, and then everything changed. The universe is going to send you what you need healing inside of you. Mirror reflections of that space that needs to be filled inside of you. But we're programmed in a way by the Matrix where we can't get perspective that the energy that's being sent to us is actually a reflection of what needs to be healed inside of us. Eventually, we start to see it, but in the beginning, we don't. It's all a part of the journey. So say you have a void in you, Scorpio, based off of some childhood trauma. People will come into your life that hold that same trauma, that you trauma bond with, or those people are supposed to be a part of your soul tribe because you hold the same trauma. This is the illusion of the Matrix meant to keep you stuck. Those people are coming into your life because the universe is screaming at you, trying to show you that you need to heal those exact wounds inside of you. What do we have? The solar plexus. Six of Cups, Fornius, Scorpio energy at the solar plexus. This is an energy of living in the past, Scorpio. It's an energy of unrealistic expectations. This is an energy of refusing to grow up. This is low vibrational Scorpio energy. It's like you haven't found your identity, your purpose in this lifetime, because you're constantly inundated with having to try and heal other people. A lot of you, this was your parents. You thought you were supposed to heal your parents, when your parents were the ones that actually wounded you. Scorpios are faced with all these mental constructs of the mind that are supposed to keep you confused and boxed in, not able to see the truth. A lot of you are thinking about your childhood. I feel like a lot of you are having childhood memories. A lot of you are in a place where you're really connecting with that inner child. And you know, this is kind of personal, but I was laying in bed last night. I guess it's because the retrogrades are going on, but I actually had that moment last night where I just had to stop and think about how far I've personally come. And I felt myself thinking about myself from my higher self. It was almost like there was my matrix self and my higher self that I could exist through in that moment. And I felt the need to kiss my palm and put it on my forehead and embrace myself in a loving manner and congratulate myself for my own growth. And I've never really encompassed that feeling before. It was a part of the journey where I just had to stop and embrace myself, and I just started thinking about myself and what I've been through from that higher vantage point. And the fact that I made it through. Scorpio, you guys need to do this for yourself, okay? It's a very empowering thing to do because Scorpios are very hard on themselves. You guys beat yourself up, especially on these spiritual journeys, right? You guys put yourself through this boot camp. I mean, there is an element of having to kind of beat yourself up on this path, right? To get yourself to break out of this patterning. But there's also a time to just take a step back and embrace yourself, spiritually speaking. And congratulate yourself, Scorpios. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. So we have Andromalius, which is Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy from the Occult Tarot. Despair and suicide. This is all these individuals now, Scorpio, having to deal with what they've done. They're starting to realize now that you came into their life. You were a gift. You're an earth angel that was sent here to make them wake up to the truth. This is also an energy of these individuals now having to deal with themselves on a mental level. I feel that the divine, stacked with this judgment at the heart, these individuals are being hit in their mental space. Some of these people are being driven into a space of mental despair based off of what they've done and the life they've been living, Scorpio. You've laid out a perfect example of how a life should be lived. Some of these individuals, as sad as it is to say, Scorpio, I mean, it says right there, despair and suicide, right? Some of these individuals can't face what they've done. Some of them feel this way. Now, hopefully, a lot of them will just wake up and snap out of it and do the work. But for a lot of these individuals, what they've done, Scorpio, is so horrendous that it's very hard to come back from. But that's not your problem anymore, Scorpio. The divine will handle these individuals as they see fit. But other individuals are also starting to see these individuals for who they truly are now, right? This person's standing outside in the cold, right? Completely naked. They don't even know they're naked. They've just completely lost their mind. And it looks a little cold there, but I won't say anything more about that. I'll just leave that right there. Everybody sees these individuals for who they truly are now, Scorpio. Whether this is parents, siblings, friends, it's a whole bunch of people that have come in and out of your life year after year after year. All of these people will be faced with judgment in some capacity for what they've done to you, and probably countless other people as well. These individuals must be taught a lesson for the way they've treated people in the collective, good people who are trying to step into their power and empower other individuals. It's unacceptable to hold back other individuals that are just trying to be the best they can possibly be. You will be faced with horrendous karma for doing so. And Scorpio, now, this is the energy you move into. So let's recap here, Scorpio. First 5 cards of the narrative, third eye position is where the divine's trying to get you to, this mastery energy. Some of you are already encompassing this now. Ace of Pentacles is the energy you use to get through the narrative, right? This material strength, abundance that comes through for you once you conquer this energy. These 3 cards here are the low vibrational demons, the demonic energies that show up in other people around you, your own self-doubt as a means to hold you back, not allowing you to step into your purpose. And now you bridge out of this energy from the demon to the angel, and now we go into the outcome. Scorpio, right here with this death card, we had stagnation, right? Not able to transform. And then right here, we have the exact same card, but this time it's upright. This is the death card right here. Mamiya, endings and rebirth. Stepping out of the karmic cycle and now transforming. So for you Scorpios that were stuck in this right here is your message. This is the message that's going to trigger your transformation. You stepping into alignment with your higher self. Transforming yourself on the ashes of the old. Understanding now how these cycles work. Allowing the divine to come through and assist you during this transformation in your life, Scorpios. Absolutely beautiful, Scorpio. The fact that they gave us this card upright after giving it to us in reversal here was also they can show you and have me channel to you how this resistance will show up in your life. What do we have at the throat from the Angel Tarot? Unbelievable. Seven of Swords upright. We had Seven of Swords right here in reverse. So both of these cards here are those cards there. Scorpio Death card, Scorpio Death card. Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. Reversed, upright, reversed, upright. Manakel, God nurturing and maintaining everything. Knowledge of good and evil, appeases divine anger, cures epilepsy. This is you breaking free from this energy now, Scorpio. Once you've transformed, understanding how this all works, stepping into your power, being very honest with yourself about your path, everything that's happened up until now. I'm feeling a lot of you are analyzing everything that's happened in your life. You're starting to understand these cycles. A lot's being revealed to you, whether it's in your waking life, the dream space. Just pay attention to everything. What do we have at the third eye? Too many cards. What do we have at the third eye? I hesitated there for a moment, Scorpio, because I saw the Death card again, and it just really took me by surprise. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so again, right? I saw it when I was flipping through the cards, and it just made me stop for a second. So there's a huge energy of transformation here, right? Again, further confirmation. I wasn't sure if they wanted me to take it or take this Six of Pentacles, which was the card that fell out. So I just need to stop for a moment. But now, Scorpio, your understanding right here at the third eye. You don't need anything from anyone. That Six of Pentacles at the foundation is now showing up right here at this third eye position. This is you in this giving and receiving energy with the divine. The divine supplies you with everything you need. The favorable God, divine grace, cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. Scorpios, this Six of Pentacles at the third eye, this is an energy of abundance. It's an energy of you having plenty. You don't need anybody's charity. Everything you need and want comes by way of the divine because you're functioning inside of your purpose. Whatever you need just shows up, Scorpio. Okay? All the tools that are needed for you to do what you need to do in this lifetime will just start appearing, Scorpio. Miracle energy, which you will encompass daily. That is the energy that some of you are already in, and that is the energy that is waiting for all of you individuals that are still going through this transformation. Taurus energy with that Six of Pentacles at the third eye. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Scorpios? Unbelievable. The Hierophant. Hazel. The merciful God. Divine forgiveness, obtains friendship, and favors of the great secures promises. Scorpio, that's God. Okay? Those are your spirit guides, representatives of the divine, your passed on ancestors, however this shows up for you. It goes along perfectly with what I just said, looking directly at that Six of Pentacles, supplying you with everything you need to function inside of your purpose. Scorpio, you just need to align with your higher self. Allow for these transformations to come through. And for you Scorpios who are already over the threshold, keep going. Because as you know, the transformations and the ascensions never stop. You just keep getting higher and higher and higher. But the ascensions and the transformations no longer become painful. They become something that is very enjoyable because you've already done all the shadow work. They just become upgrades to your gifts, to whatever it is you're doing inside the collective, inside your purpose. Scorpio, This is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like a personal reading. All that information can be found in the description below. And thank you for your donation, Scorpio. Take care.